Welcome to the Heaps podcast, where we explore how art and music can empower youth by giving them a platform to express themselves, share their stories and find their voice. Each episode, we dive into inspiring conversations with artists, community legends and changemakers who are using creativity to build confidence and transform lives. Join us as we listen to voices not always heard but have a lot to say. Hello everybody, welcome to the podcast. I am Tawa, with me is Gryff. Let's get into it, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so firstly I just want to ask, so you're in the music industry, yeah?
Yes, I am.
So what do you do,
I'm a small part of the music industry. I make quite a lot of music. I've been making beats for about 6 years. I've been in a household of music since I was born, really. My dad put me on a drum set at 3, and I started doing piano lessons and started really getting into music. But now recently, in the last 2 years, I've been going to TAFE. Well, I've been learning about copyright, learning about a lot of different screenplay, learning how to put music behind videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty incredible, but I would say I'm still a little small part in the music industry for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm learning and getting the ropes of it for sure.
Right.
And leaning into more activities associated with the music industry.
Yeah, so what sort of activities?
What sort of activities? In TAFE, they give us some tasks where they would go and reach out to an artist, per se, that you're interested in or something like that. And that's part of our networking class that we did last term. And basically, I reached out to an artist named Filler, and he worked with Trippie Redd.
True.
Yep. And he's Sydney-based. He got signed by Universal a while back. He's gotten out of that deal now. But that was one of our activities, was, to reach out to an artist that has the same sort of music taste as you, per se, and basically reach out to them. If they respond, just share what they've given you, and then basically you can ask them if you'd like to do a video call and just ask them something sort of like this, actually, where you just start asking them, and then they can just talk about their experience and talk about where they've been and how music has affected them in their life. And it was just amazing what I got from him, because we just hopped on a FaceTime call and talked for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's sick.
And it was just crazy. I had some questions lined up. I can't quite remember what it was, but it was just really, really cool, and it was a lovely introductory experience to just talk to someone who's really been in the music industry, in and out, because he did a little bit of a record deal thing, and they kind of stuffed him up. So yeah, he's out of that now, so thankfully he's out of that. But
is there any sort of advice that you actually took away from it? Or
he said to stay independent. He said to stay very independent, because he would rather, completely do it all himself and just self-promote and just do it the way he wanted it to, because a lot of the time with the label, that the trouble that he was having with the label was just, I don't know how to explain it, more like he wasn't getting what he really wanted out of it, and they weren't treating him with a lot of respect.
True.
And I actually asked that question. I was like, well, what advice would you give for an aspiring musician who may want to get signed to a label? And he said to stay independent and to go on your own. So
just on that, is that the reason? Because I know being your mate and all, that you make some banging beats. So is that sort of the reason why you make your own beats and you produce your own music?
Completely.
Firstly, how did you start learning to make beats? Or is that where you started? Or was it
I started a little... making beats was the first thing that I took up that I wasn't taught by from my dad or anything. Yeah, as I said, my dad put me on the drums and the piano and all the instruments, per se. But I discovered Ableton Live, the production software that I use, when I was 13. And I was just extremely interested in a lot of EDM, a lot of trap, a lot of some artists like Virtual Riot and Marshmello, And people, like a lot of EDM, a lot of DJs, and I was just like, oh, that's sick. And what also really intrigued me was those Launchpad videos.
True.
Back in the day, you remember those like light shows, and they like did a whole performance. I was like, yeah. That's fucking sick. So that's where it started, and I was just doing a lot of electronic trappy. I don't even know what to call it. A lot of EDM,
Yeah, mad. So like, if that's not the sort of music your dad was making, him being like a massive influence, what sort of music was he doing, or is still doing?
Still doing. Yeah, he does a lot of, I'd say, alt rock. A lot of. I mean, to name some artists that he's covered or is interested in is like David Bowie.
True.
He loves the Beatles. He loves, all the 70s, early 80s, kind of like alt rock stars, I suppose.
Yeah.
What are some other ones? Gary Newman, David Bowie, I said that one. But yeah, he's influenced by a lot of like the kind of stoner rock, alt rock sort of line of artists and people. Yeah.
Did you ever like try making that sort of music?
I'm interested in it. I've never supposedly made some of that music before, but I think it would be incredible to experiment with some of that sort of stuff. Yeah, absolutely, because I think that would be pretty fucking incredible, honestly.
Yeah.
If it went the way I wanted it to, obviously. But I think, I think I probably need a little bit more influence and a little bit more of an understanding of where it came from and how it kind of evolved and what it was back in the day, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you found, like, with that, just, like, the culture around music and just, like, different genres, like, what's your thoughts on how it has evolved in, like, say, hip-hop being that's where you're basically been and going into pop music?
Yeah.
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 So have you seen much of that culture evolve?
Oh, absolutely. Over the last, I don't know, I wasn't born in 2000, but probably from 2000 to now, there has been a huge change, or say the 90s to now.
Well, yeah, because I can already see it. Like, every 10 years or so, there's, like, a dramatic change.
It's huge, right? Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm just seeing what your thoughts are on it, and, like, what have you seen, like, the trends and whatever. Yeah.
Oh, well, I could say people are liking the older sound more. This is something that I've more recently thought about, is they're getting back into the 90s sound. They love using, like, say, producers, they love using their samples with their beats. They love to, bring back some old memory or some old melody that people may have heard back in the day, or a big hit back in the day. Something, I don't know, Kanye used a sample recently on his new album, Backstreet Boys. And I don't know, everybody, or whatever that song is. But people love using, or like just listening to that old kind of vintage sort of feel. Makes you reminisce almost about certain things, and just hearing like a new adaptation, a new musical adaptation to it, just really, I don't know, I think a lot of people really love to hear that sort of stuff, and that's what's been popping off recently, mostly in hip-hop. I mean, sampling itself has been within hip-hop for a very long time, but people are still bringing back this sort of old sound and recreating it with new more modern sounds, I suppose.
So as a producer yourself, what's the direction that you're sort of headed?
Oh, I like to keep it open. I love using samples, though. Yeah. I love recreating something that was either a song, or I love just chopping up an audio sample that I've grabbed from another producer, or something just that I've heard off the internet. I love just grabbing little ideas, and I don't know, though. I love keeping it open in terms of genres. I love to make a lot of kind of, I don't know, pop-ish sort of stuff at the moment, but then at the same time I've been experimenting a lot with grime, a lot with kind of dark string instrumental beats. I've been making a lot of emotional stuff, ambient. A big thing about my beats is definitely the ambient tone that I could add to that is just like I love the use of reverb and space within music. So I feel like I've got a pretty good handle on that, and I've just been really experimenting and not really sticking to one genre ever, because I feel like if you do, you're just really putting yourself in a box and locking it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I cannot lie, I treat my friends like shit. Make amends, I make amends. Pretend I had to make amends, I make amends. I had to make amends. I had to change up my behavior, I had to do it again. I cannot lie, I treat my friends like shit.
So with that, with you producing all of this music and things, is there anything that you've actually released?
Yes, there is.
And here comes the plug.
Yes. So yes, I have. I released my newest album on my birthday, March 28th, and I called it 19, as I'm 19 now. And that album just kind of reflects on practically my past life in 2023, and just kind of really showcased a lot of the change that I went through in 2023. Just going through quite a bit out of a relationship, and just really needed to express kind of how I was feeling over probably the last 6 months of 2023. And that was also my first album where I completely composed, produced and arranged
Mad.
absolutely everything.
Yeah.
So that was kind of in a way a little milestone for me, and I was just like, I got to release this at this time. I just feel like it's right.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad I did.
Yeah, so it sounds like you kind of use music as like in a therapeutic way.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely helped. It has helped me, and it still helps me to this day, and probably forever will, because it's a complete outlet. And I know everyone says that, and everyone loves music in their own different way, but at the end of the day, everyone loves it for a certain reason. But I feel like they're all related very closely together, because it brings out different emotions that you just can't feel with, I don't know, something else. I wouldn't know what to compare it to, but it's definitely helped me in a lot of different ways. It's helped me get through a lot of things. Music can speak to you in different ways. I feel like you can relate to that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like it's also an outlet for you as well. So I just, definitely it's helped me just gain a perspective on life, with a question mark. I don't fucking know.
So like in that process, learning about life in a weird way, like what are some of these things that you have noticed, or like have you seen yourself sort of change since starting music, or like starting this journey and whatever?
Big time. I feel like I'd be a completely different person if I didn't have any sort of relation to music.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be a crazy man without music. But no, definitely I've seen some change within myself, because I suppose as soon as I want to maybe try something new, when I want to experiment, which can happen either quite frequently, or I can stay in one sort of zone for a little while. But I have seen change every couple of months or so, and I feel like it can really help, especially from the start of this year. I've definitely changed, definitely took a new turn with a few things. My parents moved 7 hours away, so I've been living on my own for about 7 months now, and it's just given me a whole new look. And I actually have seen that since this big change has happened in my life, my music has also changed.
Yeah.
And it's kind of evolved, and I'm loving where it's going. But I don't know where it's going, but it's going somewhere. Do you
have any idea? Like, is there any like hints, sort of thing, that like opportunities that you're like, oh, I could go here, I could go here?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I've got a few opportunities, and they're all a little different. So at the same time, like, I feel when it comes to releasing music or something like that, people almost want to hear a certain genre from you, and they want to hear what you may be known for. Yeah. But I almost can't agree with that. And I feel like I might just make a rap song this day, and then I might make some other pop thing the other day. And people might just have to get used to that.
Yeah.
Because, there's no way I feel feel like that is one thing with artists and things like that. You know, they're very, like, labels especially. They put artists under a certain reign, and they're in a certain category of music, where I just want to make whatever I want whenever I want, and that can be whatever it is. So
I feel like that's like the freedom, hey? Like, when I first got into music myself, it was like, you do have that freedom to do whatever you want. And it's like, you just use music to, like, get through whatever you're going through, write stories or whatever. That's what I do, at least. And then it's like, people will start going like, oh, this is what you do. You just do, like, hip-hop music. And it's like, if you're a singer, you're kind of stuck being a singer. And it's, like, weird when you go outside of that bracket. Is that, like, sort of what you're saying?
Absolutely. Because I feel like, if you make one certain type of music, people will know you for that. And then there's that kind of scared feeling of trying something different. So
when you see someone like Post Malone,
that's
see
true.
him going on that country thing.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I do like it. I feel like that's a natural progression for Post Malone. I feel like people, you could see that, you know, maybe the hip hop fans might not have been so keen on it.
Yeah.
And, you know, there might have been a sort of, what do you call it? Kind of like a half, well, not a half and half. Obviously, an artist is going to go a certain way. They've got their own thoughts and ideas. So there's going to be either people that want to go with them, and there's going to be some that don't. And I feel like, it's cool to rebrand, definitely. I feel like it's definitely necessary as well.
So would you say, like, the changes that you'd like to see, like, in the music industry is, like, maybe people being more open to just, like, you know, not feeling so, what's the word, like, confined, you know what I mean? Like, just expressing yourself however you feel like comes naturally, rather than, like, you know, trying to impress some record label.
Exactly. You don't want to make a full rap album, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Put it in a certain way, I suppose. It's like, if you were to listen to an album, right, and you've got 20 tracks, would you want every single one of them to just be, like, in your face the entire time, sort of thing? You need a little bit of, like, a wave within an album. So it's like, what kind of links together in terms of how it sounds, I suppose. I mean, I like to I've released 2 albums now. The first one was kind of more rap, more melodic rap, and now I'm just released this one where it's a little bit rap. Half of it's rap, half of it's more emotional, more poppy, using more instruments per se instead of
I hope that's still recording.
Me too. Instead of just like electronic instruments per se. And I love leaning that direction. You just want to make sure as an artist that you're making sure that you're letting people know that you're kind of making a little change, or you don't want to put it right in someone's face that you're changing, if you know what I mean. You want to, like, maybe ease them into it. This is also just coming from someone that's just starting off, so I might not know what I'm saying. But I feel like I've got a little idea about, if you want to change something about yourself, you want to make a statement, but you also don't want to overdo it in any way. And you don't want to just completely lose what you've already built up. That reputation or whatever it may be for you.
Yeah, sick.
When I'm with her, I get no rest. No rest. Get no rest. Get no rest. Get no rest. No rest. She my north to the south. She my east to my west. She my working week. Yeah, my Sunday rest. Okay, couldn't be more obsessed. When I'm with her, I get no rest. No rest. Get no rest. Get no rest. Get no rest. Ain't trying to be a role model. Bitch, don't think you'll live.
Alright, so Gryff, when you're, like, writing a song, tell me what your process is, you know?
Well, it can really start from anything, really. As I was saying before, it's a lot of the time I may use a sample. Otherwise, it can really be a melody off the top of my head. I may sing something to myself beforehand, might record it down in voice memos. That is how I would usually start. And then from there, it can just be that tiny little of inspiration, and you just kind of go. You know,
where do you get your inspiration from? Like, what are some things?
It can be literally music on the street.
True.
You can be hearing it in a car. Sometimes I will just go through my voice memos. It might just even be like literally someone talking, and I'll be like, I need that at the beginning. And then I'll just start writing chords. I'll just like play something on the piano and then just be like, that works. And then it's like, okay. And then you just start adding it on. It's almost like a little equation pretty much.
Yeah.
So like what's going to sound good with, say, a piano? I don't know, something like strings. And then maybe add a bass, add some drums, little counter melody. You get the main melody. And yeah, you just eventually just start to hear it through your head, and you just start to hear the next pattern, the next sound that comes to your head.
So it's like building blocks. It's like,
literally,
this is the first one, and then you just like start building on it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you got a fucking banger.
Boom! You've got a beat right there.
Easy peasy. Just like that.
Yep. And then one thing I like to remember, you know, you don't want to have too much. You don't want to have too many elements where it's just literally going to overcrowd everything. If you're intending for someone to sing on it, don't overcrowd it.
Yep.
Just, kind of keep it simple in a way. You want to keep something simple. If you can get a groove, if you can get a good rhythm, a good sort of chord structure together, you are halfway there. And then literally a little bit of an arrangement that you can learn quite easily. Just, you can do it pretty easy. Bit of mixing techniques here and there, you learn about it eventually. I didn't know any mixing techniques for like 4 or 5 years.
True.
And
did you learn all of it like at TAFE, or did you learn it like on your own?
I learned quite a bit on my own.
Yep.
But then TAFE,
like using YouTube or
completely YouTube. Yeah. One thing you know FL Studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was watching a producer named Nick Mirror make just beats in 10 minutes, and he's doing all these like crazy techniques and shit. But half the time I'm just like watching YouTubers on FL Studio make beats.
Yeah.
And then somehow I like figured out how to do it in Ableton, and I just learned that way.
Yeah, mate.
Just kind of like the FL Studio way on Ableton.
So have you always had Ableton?
Always.
Yeah, mad.
Always. Never been anything else. I think I went from GarageBand as the obvious start. That was the shit. That was the shit. And then, just straight to Ableton, which was kind of confronting at 13 years old, just like opening that for the phone. 13.
Mad.
Yeah. I was like, this is not what I was expecting. But
I was playing video games straight up. Nothing productive. It was just...
Oh, don't worry, I was doing that too. Of course. No, because that's what I would do. If I got bored, I'd go play games, because Ableton was like fucking stupid or something.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, like, that seriously looks like computer programming, if you know what I mean. Opening a live session in live is one of the most confusing things to someone who's never seen it before.
I know that it was only a few months ago. That's the first time I ever saw Ableton. Yeah. And like, because I've like seen Logic and it's like, yeah, okay, cool. Kind of basic, kind of not. Yeah. But then Ableton is just like, no, I had to close it. There's no way I couldn't do it. So 13 just like being a whiz on Ableton. It's just like, That's where I started. That's where it all started. 13. Yeah. So were you making beats when you were 13, or like? Yeah, genuinely. I don't know why. I mean, literally, I was just interested in it, and then figured out what application. The main reason why I got Ableton was because I wanted the launch pad as well to do the lights and everything. Like all the EDM music you listen to. Exactly. So I tried to do that. Never got it. Put the launch pad away completely. Just gave up on that shit. I don't think I touched Ableton for a little bit, but I was still 13, and then just one day got back on the computer, opened it up, and I was like, okay, no, we'll go on to YouTube, we'll get some tutorials going, and we'll see how this goes. And that just went on for like years. Yeah. And like I still do that occasionally. I would like maybe look up how to do this, how to do that. It's just been, you can literally learn off YouTube, and you can really, if you want to learn something and you really want to stay persistent at it, you can literally do it. Yeah, mad. Yeah. So just like with, you know how you're like into EDM music or whatever? Yep. Did you actually end up doing any performances? Oh, no. No? No, unfortunately not. I don't think I told
like I was practically just starting high school at the time,
Yeah.
Katoomba High, and I don't believe anyone knew I was doing that until about year 8 or 9.
True.
I think I kept it kind of secret for a while because I wanted to. I think that was also one thing is like if I were to DJ or make music on my computer and shit, I wanted it to be good before I showed anyone.
Yeah, okay.
So that was the whole thing. I started using social media a bit more then as well, and that's when I started just slowly showing progress, like after about a year. Just showing my progress on it and just like starting to make beats, starting to post them on SoundCloud and stuff like that. Doing what most of the other producers and what producers are still doing to this day is just, posting them. I wasn't posting them on YouTube per se, but I was just trying to consistently post some beats on SoundCloud most of the time. And that was after, about a year of trying to get some sort of EDM trap thing going.
Can everyone still find it on SoundCloud?
You can find a few on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
You can find a few. It's interesting because I've got like my first album, and then underneath is just a bunch of these type beats, pretty much. Juice WRLD beats. Did some old stuff. There's some completely from scratch beats in there, so there's no like samples. Did it like all MIDI on a keyboard and shit. So that was fucking sick. But yeah, you can find some on there for sure.
Yeah, cool. I'll definitely be checking that out.
Absolutely. They're fun.
Some classic Gryff bangers.
They're from like 2021, 2020. Yeah. Especially
cool.
in the lockdown, I locked it in.
Yeah.
That's just when I remember not being at school for about a good couple months. And it was just at home. I didn't want to do the work that was given to the school for me. So I just fucking made beats every day in the lounge room, pretty much, and just some of the best music I think I've made. So
you'd say that lockdown was actually good in a way?
In a way. I think I remember making a post saying it's like lockdown wasn't actually too bad.
Yeah, I can see how it was bad for like obviously a lot of people, especially like for the live music scene.
Yes, killed it completely.
But for like up and coming people, it was like cool.
Who
we
just
get a
wanted to
cave
make
to
music.
just like
exactly. Had to stay inside. What are you gonna do?
Fucking professionals.
Exactly. You just You just wanna. If you don't have anything to do with your time and you're just stuck inside, what else are you supposed to do?
Dead set. Well, I was not doing anything productive.
No, fair enough.
Nothing changed for me.
Hey, if I wasn't making music, I'm just on the game, sleeping, eating. What else?
I dead set thought I was hibernating. That's how it was. Just a bear.
That's so fair.
Yeah.
It got look, honestly, lockdown did get excruciating at one point, but
yeah.
I don't think I've actually talked about lockdown like
I don't think anyone has. I think we all kind of just like, that happened.
That happened. It was
like 2 years of our lives.
That was 4 years ago.
True.
4 and 3, in a way, because it kind of went over to 20.
Feels like it was like, I don't even.
Yeah.
I'm glad we don't have it again. I couldn't handle. Well, it'd be a break.
It would be a break, but I feel no. This is one thing I've thought about.
We don't want another lockdown.
We don't. We don't. I feel like the education and like the overall not being in a school for like 3-4 months or whatever actually affected so many people.
Yeah.
I feel like our like what do you call it? Like our will to learn, I suppose, kind of decreased in a way, and just we didn't want to do it as much, and maybe we became more rowdy and whatnot. But I feel like
social media is like sort of increased in a way, like just the whole culture around social media.
Oh, completely.
So I feel like it's just gotten worse.
Yeah, it has.
It's good in a way because like I know a lot of people they use it like the reels. Reels are a killer.
The reels are a killer. Reels,
honestly.
TikTok, man.
Yeah, like my marketing, I'm like always thinking like, how am I going to turn this into a reel so someone can like look at it for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Give me the little tap.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. How are you meant to make an intriguing video? Because social media, as you were saying, we've got what is it? Got the span, something span.
Attention span?
Attention span, that's the one. Of like...
I reckon a goldfish would have more of an attention span.
Absolutely. It'd be like...
Oh, no, they got the bad memory, eh?
Oh, yeah, they got the bad memory.
Yeah.
They'd have to go back and look anyway.
Yeah.
No, but our attention
Maybe
spans,
we do need more goldfish in the world. It's like, oh, what did I say before?
Actually, I would love that.
Keep coming back to watch our videos.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking good. But
what are you doing with social media?
Pardon?
What are you doing with social media?
What am I doing with social media? Oh, I prop myself up a bit. I've got some things going on in my bio. I just say musician. What do I say? I say something like musician, rapper, singer, songwriter, I believe.
I don't know. I've seen you doing those little coffee things in the morning.
Oh, yeah. I make a little coffee video in the morning, and I'll just put it up on a top shelf, and I make my coffee, and I do like a little song of the day. That shit's so fun. I actually love doing
I
that.
enjoy watching them.
You actually... Yes! Dude, people love them, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is actually
just
sick.
vibing out. It's like, yeah, cool.
I just make it... Yeah, I find it amazing that... that was like a tiny little idea that I had one morning. I was like, there's a ledge up there. I could make a coffee and film it, see what happens. And then I think that's how I also started like a little bit of my promotion with my album.
Yeah, man.
So just making little videos of yourself and just kind of, I don't know, doing a goofy dance can actually be more intriguing than the next fucking video. I don't know.
So you've had 2 albums released.
Yes.
Did you do like different strategies for like marketing for both of them?
Yeah, I feel like it's just been a learning curve of just kind of like, okay, so you can see that like from my first album to my second album, there's definitely been an increase on how many people have listened to it overall. And I feel like, yeah, I did about a week's worth of just kind of promoting it, and then I got tired. And it's not good. It's not good as an artist to stop doing that because, within the social media algorithm of nowadays, people will know about it for a couple days maybe. Yeah. And then it's gone. So, yeah.
When you do get tired though, because like it happens.
It does.
And it happens like real bad for us, like, you know, musicians and whatever.
Yep. And you start to feel down if you're not getting what you want, and it's not. Yeah, unfortunately.
So how do you cope with that?
You got to tell yourself it's not the right attitude. Yeah. Because it's not. It's you got to stay pushing. If you want something to work, you got to keep doing it, and you got to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and you can't think about really giving up on that. It's just the consistency will win eventually. Like that's what I tell myself. At least I feel like it's a good mindset to stay in, as it has definitely helped me. I've kind of stopped promoting my album a little bit on social media nowadays, but I think it's good to just keep letting people know it's out there, because there's always just going to be someone new that looks at it and they're going to be like, oh, all right.
Yeah, mad.
I like the sound. So then go and click it, and so just by posting a little video of yourself doing something that's a little intriguing, just do something that you haven't seen before on social media. Don't do a trend. I would say do something the complete opposite.
So you wouldn't do trends?
No.
Yeah?
I'll try not to.
Yeah.
Try and make something new.
Yeah, that actually makes sense, considering
I don't want to be
what you were saying before is like not creating music that everyone's going to think you're going to do.
Exactly.
This is like, you know, being outside of the box or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want to like look at someone promoting their music and then pretty much just copy their video and then do the same sort of thing.
Because the problem with like I see is like something that's trending. The reason why it's trending is because it's popular, and that means it's like everyone's watching that.
Exactly. And then you've got a bunch of people doing the exact same thing. Yeah. And then it gets boring after about a week. And then no one wants to see that video ever again because they've seen it so many times. So I'd rather do this one unique video and then maybe, if it goes well, maybe do that same one again. I don't know. If you do it yourself, maybe it can become a trend itself. Yeah. Which could be cool. You don't want to go viral though. Don't go viral.
Why is that?
because it's like a one-time thing.
True.
You go up, and then you're viral.
Yeah, and then you got to like maintain it or you just crash.
Got to come up with a
That's
strategy for that one.
I'm actually scared as, because I've got my track Toa that you've heard. Yeah. So we're gonna be dropping that like soon.
Yes.
I'm thinking August. I'm not gonna hold my breath. Don't hold your breath on it because it's just like soon though. Soon. But yeah, and the problem I'm getting is that like I've gotten advice that's like be careful putting out such a banger because it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because then it's like you got to follow it, follow up with something just as hard hitting.
Yep, absolutely. You need to stay on that. As soon as you release a certain type of music, you got to follow up. You got to follow up with something that's kind of closely related to it. I feel like you can. I feel like you've got that in the bag, though. Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, what do you think on that? And it's like, it sounds like you agree.
Oh, definitely.
And
Yeah, 100%.
It's a lot of pressure, though, obviously.
Yeah.
There's always so much pressure.
Can be, if you want there to be.
Yeah.
If you want it,
If you want to just go after it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't chill and just make mediocre music.
What's the pressure for you?
Just to make banger after banger.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever.
No, look, if you want to make a banger, you will make a banger.
Yeah.
You want that one? If you need to make something good, you will make something good. If you say you will, you will. It's just, there doesn't always need to be a banger, a big, huge hit. Not always. You can let that go at times in music, which is good. That's what happens when it comes to an album. You're not going to have every single song as a big
that's
hit.
what I've seen. It's like if you're doing a single, like all of the focus is like on that. All your marketing's for like this one single.
Yep.
Whereas if you got like an EP or an album, it's like you can like sprinkle some like
Exactly.
like softer songs that aren't gonna get like a massive hype, but it's like getting your message across.
Exactly. You have that one underrated song on your album or something, and everyone's like, "Oh, look at this big one song that they've got or whatever." But then you've got this one, track number 7, whatever, and it becomes the new biggest hit because it's like people have to listen to it twice and be like, "Oh shit."
Do you drop singles or do you only drop albums?
I've dropped 2 albums, but I haven't. I dropped a single. I dropped the first single off my first album.
What song's that?
That's Wait a Minute, which I've spelt incorrectly on Spotify.
I think I screenshot that and sent it to you, didn't I?
That shit, oh god, that is embarrassing. But it's up there now, so Wait a Minute. That's how it's pronounced. But yeah, I released that one, but that is the only single.
Yeah, true.
So I feel like the next plan is to maybe release an EP or another single.
It sounds like your approach to music is like working in the background and like doing all the hard yards and then coming out with something like incredible.
That's my goal, actually. I love kind of, I don't know, this whole winter I've just been cold and stuck inside. I'm almost treating it like COVID, and I'm just... I'm kind of hibernating and making a bunch of music.
Because it sounds like you've had this approach since you were 13. You know, you didn't want to show everyone at school, like, the music you're doing. You just wanted to, like, work real hard and then come out with, like, this is what I've got. Yeah. So that's pretty cool to see how your process works. Because, like, as, like, an up-and-coming artist myself, I'm like, oh, which approach should I take?
Absolutely. Yeah. I love to, take some time off. Because... you know, it's good to stay consistent and, you know, show what you may be doing and whatnot. But I feel like when it does come to music, you're going to take your own sort of road and way of doing it. But I love to just take a break and just kind of not show what I'm doing for a bit and then just kind of emerge with all this fucking music. And people are like, holy shit, what just happened? Yeah, I kind of want to take people by surprise sometimes and just like switch up some things. And I really, I don't know, that makes me feel good.
I feel like I've been doing it the complete opposite.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, every time I make music, I'm just like, okay, give me a gig. Like, I'll be networking as much as possible. I'm like, get me out there. I want to see how the people react to this.
No, see, that's what I need to be doing.
I don't know though, because like, it seems to be working like what you're doing. And it just seems to be 2 different approaches.
I feel like it, definitely is different. 2 different type of approaches. I feel like I feel like I've maintained a good sort of, in a way, online presence, and I'm showing what I've been doing kind of consistently recently. I've been posting some stories where I'm just kind of teasing a few things that I've been making. They're not anything that's complete yet, but it's
Still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
It's still there, and I've got some music up on Spotify, and that can help. But I feel like I've yes, as you said, a lot of background stuff, but I feel like that's a good stability to go ahead and ask for gigs, but that's something that I haven't done yet. So I feel like I need to...
If anyone out there is listening to this and you've got like a gig, get the boy Gryff on. He's like...
Great.
I've seen him perform live and he's like... He knows how to hold the show.
I can do a 30, 45 minute set.
True.
I think. Maybe.
That's impressive.
Maybe after this next EP.
I did my first 30-minute set.
Oh yeah, how was it? Yeah.
That was at Winter Magic.
You
Shout
need
out
to tell
everyone
them.
like that. That was sick.
You need to tell.
Huh?
You need to tell them how it was.
No, that was crazy. Because it was like, obviously memorizing your lyrics and things.
Yeah.
And then it's also having to perform for 30 minutes. And like, you think that it's going to go quick. That's what I was told. Everyone's like, oh, it'll go so quick. It's like easy as. I'm up there. I'm like, bro, what's... I'm on the track 2. I'm like dying here.
You got to keep that energy, right?
Yeah, which I did.
Yes.
Because like, for the people.
The people, that's right.
Yeah. So like, how do you prepare for a set like that?
The last 2 gigs I did where I performed my own music, I used Ableton because Ableton is great for a live set. That's why they call it Ableton Live, which really helps. So to prepare, I would just get the 2 songs, or how many ever songs that I would be doing. I would usually do, well, what I have done is about 2 or 3. So I would do, I don't know, I feel like you just got to envision a certain way of how you want to deliver your music.
True.
And you want to come out with a presence. You want to talk about stage presence. Well, not talk about it. You want to display stage presence, and you want to come out with something that maybe people have heard before or not. You want to make it somewhat memorable. You want to make the performance memorable, and that can help by... As I said, I love using reverb. So for the last set that I did this huge drawn-in intro with a lot of reverb, and it's just this rise, and then it goes straight into the song, and that just like really kind of like solidified that first song, and it helped me just kind of rise up the tension and what was going to happen. Yeah. This was also with all my other TAFE mates. This was the almost end of year performance for my TAFE class. So
does TAFE do like a showcase?
Yes, they do. They do a showcase.
What course are you doing?
So I'm doing the advanced diploma now of it's a long ass name. So it's the advanced diploma of it's a diploma of music basically, but it's composition and
creation and composition.
Thank you.
Mad.
Thank you.
Sick.
Advanced diploma of creation and composition of music.
Yeah, sick.
Huge ass.
I'm just going into Cert 4.
Woo!
So
You're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Go you. What do you mean?
Oh,
it's gonna be great. No, if they make you perform, that'd be great. That'd be great. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm so keen. Any performances?
Yeah.
Hit me up.
Yo, that's what we're saying. We're just completely plugging ourselves here. This is great.
I mean,
why not?
As if we wouldn't.
As if we wouldn't. We're 2 rising stars.
Us, you should.
Exactly.
Because we're just like...
We're the coolest.
We are the coolest. So this has been Gryff. You want to say anything to the people before we go?
Oh, just thank you for having me. I mean, to the people, I love you all. New music will be on the way. Will be on the way. No release dates.
Last plug.
Insta, gryff.mp3, and on Spotify it's just gryff. You can look up my album. It's called 19. One word, not the number.
Mad. And you can find me at It's Toah, ITZTOAH. That's
Toah.
That's on the Insta, Facebook. Everything you can think of, it's there.
Yep.
I'm not on Spotify yet, but like
Soon to be.
You can still find me there. It's whatever. And
Yeah.
same with SoundCloud.
You can find some of her songs on her Instagram page.
Yeah, you can.
You can hear some of the raps. They're good.
Thank you. That's alright.
Dons.
I reckon we're done.
I think we're done.
God!